Hello and welcome to Who Is It Einstein, the video name thing I got off of a band name website.
Yep.
True story.
Yep.
I was there.
I was not.
Yeah. So I'm Ethan.
And I'm Xavier.
And we're watching Anita Saarkesian's Feminist Frequency. So we should probably get to that. She's critiquing the Hunger Games novel in Katniss Everdeen. Haven't actually seen it, and apparently I disconnected.
Actually, while this is happening, while he was trying to get back in, how about you explain your experiences with the Hunger Games novels and or movies?
I may have read the first one a few times, maybe like 12. I was like 11 years old at the time, and yeah, probably sexually attracted to Katniss Everdeen.
I read it once, and I was like, wow, that was a waste of time.
Obviously, I was not, as I read it multiple times after.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that was, okay. Oh, you're back. Alright, now we can start.
Technical difficulties?
Oh, Jesus.
What about him?
He appears to be repeatedly disconnecting you and then reconnecting you.
Thanks, Jesus.
Thanks, Obama.
I think I'm on now, so...
Yes, you are currently back in the room.
Alright, without any further ado, let's see what she thinks about this book.
It should come as no surprise that I'm always on the lookout for dynamic, engaging, and strong female characters in pop culture.
Are you sure? Really? That's what you're doing? Because you've hit the jackpot here. She's the friggin' strongest female character in any pop culture.
She did.
Pop culture. And the latest fictional female representation that has everyone talking is Katniss Everdeen.
She did cry over that one dead girl.
Novels written by Suzanne
Oh no.
For those unfamiliar with the trilogy, the novels are set in a future dystopian North America in a country called Panem.
Like
the title of the book is a reference to an annual event organized by the oppressive government in which 24 children are selected at random to participate in a
She says a reference like it actually happened. Like, it's a reference to this thing they do in China. It's called Battle Royale. Yeah, it's a reference to that. They do it over there.
Also, what other types of death matches are there? I thought they were all publicized or televised. I've seen many televised death matches.
Yeah, like Battle Royale.
That was an amazing televised death match. That was totally real.
Yes, just like the Hunger Games.
Totally.
In the Hunger Games, as they're called, the children are forced to brutally murder one another until only one is left standing.
Sounds
fun. For the purpose of
what other kind of murder happens in death matches? I thought it was all brutal.
Yeah, also, like, that she just described death matches in general. Like, what kind of death match do you just, like, have, like, 3 people remaining? Like, we're done. We're done.
Yeah, we just beat each other with, teddy bears and,
Guys, we're done. Finish the Hunger Games. Alright.
I feel like it would have been a lot more entertaining if they just did rock, paper, scissors shooting.
For the purposes of this video, I'm going to set aside the fact that some of the analogies that Collins is trying to draw to reality TV, professional sports, and war begin to fall apart when scrutinized closely. I appreciate her attempt.
Why are you going to say... Wait, pause it.
I just don't buy that parents would passively give parents...
Wait, she's just going to set aside these points as if she gave any, like, point of reference to why they're wrong. Like, yeah, why don't you scrutinize them? I would like to see that.
I would like to understand.
Did you get $100,000 from Kickstarter so you could not do research?
Probably.
Alright, continue.
Alright.
Parents would passively give up their children to be
Okay,
slaughtered
stop.
on national TV with their children.
Did she just say passively?
They're not like, oh, pick my child, or they're not like, whatever, I don't care.
Did she read the books?
Apparently not, because they're kind of forced to, because they did kind of the main people kind of blew up that one colony or whatever it was.
They do it for the same reason we don't perform terrorist attacks, because you just don't. You'll be killed by the government. Yeah, it's not like they're being passive.
They're not liking it, but they're still doing it because it's either that or be massacred by your government.
Be slaughtered on national TV without a serious fight. The deathmatch as spectacle theme is really only believable when the players have been dehumanized or othered by society, either as convicts or slaves, for example. It doesn't work when it's just randomly...
The Running Man, much better, anything, really. I don't know if it was a book. I only saw the movie, but it's much better than The Hunger Games.
Of course.
You seen The Running Man, Xavier?
Of course I have, Jesus.
It's freaking awesome.
It doesn't work when it's just randomly selected children from the general population.
Yes, it does. I'd watch it.
I would as well. I mean, hey,
especially if I'm legally obliged to.
Yeah, if I'm forced to, I'm okay with this.
She doesn't seem to understand that it's not a freaking entertainment thing. It's not like they're all like, yeah, fight. No, it's a suppression technique. It's literally there so that they know not
to mess with them. This is like, we can take your children and make them fight to the death, and we'll force you to watch it.
Like casual Sundays.
That said, in this video, I'm going to focus mainly on the portrayal of Katniss's character in the first book and the movie adaptation. I thought the first Hunger Games novel, published in 2008, was a captivating, engaging, and riveting read, and I really enjoyed being immersed.
I also thought it was pretty captivating.
I thought it was pretty good. Up to like one point where I was just like, okay, this is just too much.
Was that the obvious caveman jump? Or...
no, it was the point where she started crying over the Ruth, or was her name Ruth?
Ruth. Yes, we'll refer to her as Ruth from now on.
I was
the black one.
Yeah, that one. The one that saved her and then got killed in the woods, and she cried over her for a day or something like that. I was just like, okay, that's a little bit ridiculous. That's kind of where I stopped paying attention.
Really enjoyed being immersed in this science fiction world that Collins creates. If you haven't read the book or seen the movie yet,
spoilers.
Fair warning.
Using Doctor Who clips.
A 16-year-old from
a
poor coal mining community in District 12.
Is River Song a strong female character?
And later to survive the brutality of the Hunger Games. She's a tough, no-nonsense, responsible young woman who uses her smarts to support her family in an oppressive and seemingly hopeless situation. Katniss is not reduced to her gender, meaning her behaviors and actions aren't attributed to her being a woman. She is not sexualized, and she is not objectified in the book. Her real-world concerns and priorities...
Are you sure? Literally, I'm sure that anything you could say the movie makes sexist, other than her being Jennifer Lawrence, which would make her sexualized.
Yeah.
How could you not sexualize Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah, I don't know how you can not.
I'd sexualize Jennifer Lawrence multiple times if I had that opportunity.
Okay, that's where we just continue.
Her concerns and priorities of family and survival are put in sharp contrast to the superficial values imposed on her by the capital government, as she's being groomed for the Hunger Games media spectacle. These preparations seem to provide a critique of the beauty industry, and also of the decadence of the wealthy in contrast to the poor and working class districts who can barely afford enough food to feed their families. Katniss demonstrates empathy and compassion for those around her, including her friends, family, and those oppressed and underprivileged in Panem. Later in the arena, she builds a trusting and supportive relationship with Rue, the young tribute from District 11.
That's who it was, Rue.
Later, when Rue is tragically killed, Katniss treats her death
Close
with
enough.
honor and respect.
She uses the
The
word
romance
tragically
elements of the
so
first
much.
book were only
I
slightly
know.
grating. Much of it was Katniss's uncertainty about Peeta's feelings for her, and her
Did
confusion
she
about
say?
whether he was
Did
being
she say
genuine or just
penis?
acting.
Penis
It was
is
clear.
feelings
It was.
good pause point. Yes, penis is feels for her.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, who cares?
Or just acting. It was clear Collins was setting up a love triangle between Peeta, Katniss, and Gale,
Really?
a la Edward, Bella, and Jacob.
Really?
This
She
is
was
nothing
setting up a
new in
love
novels
triangle?
targeted at
I
girls
hadn't
and women,
noticed.
and I could look past the cliche of it since it wasn't central to the plot in the first book.
It
Katniss's
wasn't
naivety
central
when
to
it
the.
comes to dating
Well,
and
I
relationships
guess not in the
makes
first
sense
book.
given her age
Yeah.
and her difficult economic, social, and family life. Her naivety and confusion is an understandable part of her character's growth, but only in the first part of the trilogy. Unfortunately, the love triangle takes a much more prominent role in books 2 and 3.
Unfortunately,
There's been some
because it's
understandable
the
criticisms of the
entirety
rather
of the
standard-
story. It is all of the story in the second
Yeah.
and third books, and very much of it in the first book. It's actually a like turning point. It is literally a main point of the thing.
Yeah, true.
criticism of the rather extreme levels of violence in the novel, especially considering it's marketed to young adults.
The rather extreme violence in the novel about children killing each other.
In a televised death match.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my book and review the back cover.
Oh God. I'm going. Wow. Just wow. The rather gruesome. I mean, come on. Really? The book is literally about a bunch of children being picked, brought to a giant arena, given a bunch of weapons and told, go murder each other. Last one who comes back wins.
I do not have the Hunger Games book anymore. And I am not ashamed. Continue.
Book.
Considering it's marketed to young adults. I think this is a fair point.
But seriously.
However, the way
Oh,
Katniss
no.
perceives and uses violence makes her somewhat unique, especially in comparison to other so-called strong female characters.
Are you saying the woman from Kill Bill isn't a
Whoa,
strong
whoa,
female
whoa.
character?
Okay.
Also, why do you need to have Kill Bill, the second volume of Kill Bill, for your
Yeah,
picture?
really.
Were you not able to get the cover of Kill Bill 1?
But again, really? You're saying that's not a strong female character?
She kills everyone she sees. Like, Natural Born Killers has a similar character. I don't remember her name, but she was abused and she kills people, and she's a very strong female killer. Female killer, yes. Female character.
Yeah.
But-
Also, I will admit I did watch the two Kick-Ass movies.
I
Will
don't
admit
judge you.
I have watched both, and I feel like more so in the second.
I do appreciate that Quentin Tarantino is referenced in this though, although
Yes.
it kind of brings shame to his name.
Yeah.
Called strong female characters, whose strength often stems from their ability and willingness to use violence. Although Katniss does possess the hunting and tracking skills to survive in the harsh terrain of the arena, she remains troubled and disturbed at the idea of...
I'm sorry, what?
Are you telling me that in order to be a strong female character, you have to not be willing to use violence?
Or you have to be willing to use violence, but you have to feel terrible about it. You have to be able to be badass, but you have to turn around after that and be like, oh shit, man.
I shouldn't have done that. I mean,
all those people are dead. I feel remorse.
like, really? That doesn't make a strong female character.
Double standards, man.
Yeah,
double
come on,
standards.
really.
Anita
You're taking two
Saarkesian.
things that are opposite and saying that in order to be a strong female character, you need to just smash them together until they work.
Disturbed at at the idea of personally murdering another human being, even within the context of the deathmatch. Admirably, she can't bring herself to wish death upon her opponents, or even her enemies.
Admirably.
Knowing full well that if they remain alive, she can never return home. These moments illustrate that Katniss hasn't become completely
Why does she
desensitized
keep
to violence and
using,
suffering,
like,
even though she's forced
Avatar
to
The Last
participate in a
Airbender
horrifically
style
violent
photos of
system.
Katniss?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Like, wow. You went, half anime? You tried. You tried.
Yeah, that's,
Um,
I also don't like that because, well, that Avatar: The Last Airbender was a great show.
it was a very good show, and the movie sucked.
Oh God, don't talk about that.
Don't talk about the live action movie. What
No.
were they thinking?
That is a topic for discussion in a later video, Ethan.
What were they thinking?
Hold on, let me write that down. I'm gonna continue the video, I'm just gonna write that down.
That said, I do wish Collins was more consistent in writing Katniss's responses to death. When Rue is killed, the event is written as deeply traumatic and emotional for Katniss. Katniss isn't made to run off seeking revenge, but allow.
You obviously watched this expecting much different things than I did. Or, not watched, maybe watched. You obviously read this expecting very different concepts than I did. I wasn't there, so I could feel sad about the people dying. I was there to see kids killing kids. Is that too much to ask?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
I'm gonna resume the playback.
But allowed to mourn in a really human way. We follow along as she
Human.
struggles through the process of
So you have to be human to
appropriately
be a
feels
strong
shock,
female character?
pain, guilt, and temporary depression. To Collins' credit, she
Temporary
writes this
depression.
emotional process as a testament
As opposed
to Katniss's strength,
permanent
as
depression.
opposed to a weakness.
Yeah.
Yet when
Core
Fox
kids
is
have
accidentally
temporary
and
depression.
tragically killed using poisonous berries, Katniss doesn't even bat an eye.
She
shows
keeps
no
using that
emotional
crappy,
reaction
like,
whatsoever, despite
that picture. It just
Whoa, whoa,
freaks
whoa.
me out. It's very Charlie in the Chocolate Factory-esque, you know?
Yeah. Also, I would like to point out that she just said that what made her a strong female character is that she felt remorse for the people that died. But that one girl who died because she ate poison berries, she felt no remorse for it, yet she's congratulating her on that. What?
What?
Like, she just said the one girl who ate the poison berries and died, Katniss didn't bat an eye. And that makes her a strong female character, but
Awesome. Great.
it's being murdered does.
Because she
What?
didn't, like, specifically murder her, I guess? Or maybe she's about to say, because that was bad. Okay?
reaction whatsoever, despite the fact that this young tribute from District 5 hasn't hurt anyone during the games. Although Katniss doesn't have a personal relationship with Foxface, her death should still be represented as tragic and upsetting.
Maybe I should turn up my volume. I heard that as coffee
violence is
face.
traumatic, and it has very real and lasting consequences for everybody involved. So I'm not arguing for stories to be completely free of violence, but I am arguing for violence
you
to
are.
be portrayed consistently and to reflect its emotional and physical repercussions.
So you're
In a
going to
media culture that
pussify movies?
sensationalizes and glamorizes violence,
Yeah, pretty
it's
much.
refreshing to see a
I'd like to
character
point out
Katniss
that she
react
showed
to
Kill Bill
violence in a more
earlier.
honest and
Kill
genuine
Bill
way,
was the
at
exact
least most of the
opposite of
time.
that opinion.
I appreciate that Collins doesn't have Katniss emerge from the arena unscathed. She experiences serious physical and emotional consequences, and by the end of the games, her sense of safety and trust have been shattered. When the game makers announce that there can only be one victor after all, Peeta throws his knife away in protest, and Katniss automatically...
There can be only one! That's gonna happen in the editing bay.
And Katniss automatically assumes that he's about to attack her, so she loads her bow and aims an arrow at his heart. Later, when the Capitol doctors are operating on Peeta, Katniss has a panic attack and believes for a moment that she's back in the arena. She imagines the medical staff as a pack of Metations attacking her friend. These examples are evidence of the delusion and paranoia that Katniss understandably suffers as a result of the extreme trauma she experienced during the Hunger Games.
People paid real money for this.
From many of the so-called strong female characters in popular culture, who just replicate the stoic, unemotional, unaffected macho archetype. Somehow they go through extreme violence and trauma.
Is that
with no
the
pause
of video?
So it's refreshing that
Did she just did she just show the what are they called?
The Expendables.
The Expendables. The Expendables. She's using that as an example.
I don't
That's
know.
kind of the point. It's kind of supposed to be macho. That's why they're all dudes who are really buff and from old movies and not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
That Katniss is allowed to go through a period of post-traumatic stress, and that the emotional experience ultimately works to make her a stronger character rather than a weaker one. Some people have been asking, is Katniss then a feminist character? Because of her compassion, empathy, cunning, resourcefulness, and intelligence,
What?
I think she embodies many feminist values, at least over the course of the first book. In my next video, I'll talk about the movie in comparison to the book, especially in relation to its portrayal of gender and also violence. Whenever a novel is turned into a
We will
film,
watch
there'll
part
be some
2.
major differences.
Yes.
I'll discuss which changes were successful and which were not, so be sure to check it out.
I will.
The Hunger Games
We
fan
will.
art that I used throughout this video was made by these amazing illustrators.
Who did
If
the
you liked this
creepy
video and want
peach one? What's his name? Something in the peach. I don't know.
Hold on.
the Hunger Games fan
James
art
in
that
the
I used
peach.
Ah, yes.
You're
James
so
and the
close.
Giant Peach.
James and the Giant Peach. That's what that
Yes.
reminds me of.
Yep.
That animation style. Anyway, that's pretty much it for today.
Yep.
I think we had some fun.
I did.
And I hope to see you guys all later.
Yep.
He's my yes man.
Yep. That's the only reason I'm here.